Hello friends, wizards, witches, and muggles. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. Now, I'm sure a few of you are thinking, Cherry, why are you sat in the dark? Well, I thought that it was finally time to do my Harry Potter bookshelf tour 2.0. Let's go. So here we are in my magical room, and this is my wall of Wizarding World things. There's Fantastic Beasts, there's Harry Potter, but yeah, we've upgraded the shelves with lighting. I even have this little puck controller, which means that I can turn them off and turn them on as well, which feels magical. I kind of wish that my wand could do that, to be fair. But yeah, so today I'm going to be showing you everything on these shelves. I'm not going to talk about every single item in depth, but I will be telling you what the themes of the shelves are and some of my favourite pieces. So let's go. We are going to start from the top. Now, I am very small. These are very tall. I'm sure I need steps. I'm not even sorry. So here we have them. Okay, so I'm going to start up here and try not to bring the shelves down with me. Okay, so at the top we have got a Slughorn Hourglass, which is absolutely beautiful. I keep this at the top because it's very fragile and I'm clumsy and can break things, but it does work when you turn it upside down. The sand does run through, and yeah, so this is from Noble Collection and it's one of my favourite replicas. Don't break it. Now, moving on along here, we have got my Harry Potter and the Cursed Child section. I have seen the Cursed Child twice now. I've been very fortunate. I saw it in New York with the original London cast, and then I saw it in London last year, which was really, really cool. So I've actually got all of the wands from Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, and they are absolutely beautiful. They just look really kind of authentic. This one looks like molded leather. Obviously it's not, they're all made out of resin. My favourite wand from the Cursed Child ones is this one, because it's got cherry stones in it, which is very, very nice. Now, the main kind of special thing on this shelf is this. This was kindly gifted to me, hashtag ad, hashtag spawn, for the launch of the Cursed Child Sweets album by Imogen Heap. And you may notice here that it is signed by the lovely Imogen herself. I met her at an event and got very shy, so didn't really go up to her, but I was in the same room. I had a little bit of a cry when she played the Forbidden Forest soundtrack. So yeah, that's all my Cursed Child things. I hope to see it again in the future, but yeah, let's move on. Okay, I'm gonna need to go down. Ooh. I feel like Belle in Beauty and the Beast, like I'm gonna slide across the bookcases. Okay, so next up we have got my Gringotts Wizarding Bank shelf. Now, as you can tell, I'm a little bit of a hoarder when it comes to Gringotts coin bags. Obviously they're not filled with real coins. This one's actually filled with like crinkly stuff. This one's also crinkly stuff. There is one with chocolate coins in, but most of the chocolate coins are here. Obviously I'm never going to eat them. I use them for display purposes. This here I really like. This is a replica which my dear friend Rodney made for me, and it's the little envelope that was for the head goblin at Gringotts, which is given to him by Hagrid. It's got a little wax seal. Just really like a good paper replica, and I feel as though I've snatched it out of Hagrid's hand, like it's mine now to put on my shelf. So up here I've also got a gold bar. I'm not going to move it because there's a key on it. I've got a few vault keys as well. Here is one of them. This is for vault 4526. So that's quite nice. And I've also got some replica Gringotts coins, which you can see. I have opened these a lot, so they've probably gone a bit funny, but I have a galleon, a sickle and a nut or a Knut, however you would like to pronounce it. So these are from Noble Collection. These are still available, I believe, as well. So yes, I've got a few things stuck on the back. I've got this fake Gringotts credit card, which this company does. It's gringottswizardbank.com, I think. That was sent to my PO box a long while ago. So that's where all of my gold lives. And let's move over to the Flourish and Blot shelf. Now, this shelf up here is actually dedicated to Newt Scamander's book. Now, this did actually used to live down here where the Weasley shelf is, which we will come to in just a second. Stop looking. Stop getting ahead of yourself. So this one I really like, because I like the idea that I could have been to Flourish and Blot's when he had his book launch. So in the middle I have got this notebook. It's just a notebook that you can just write in, but it's one that I thought looked the most realistic to what his book would look like, and it does have gold kind of foiling over it. I just really liked it, and it also says Obscurus Books at the bottom, which is quite nice. This has warped, sadly. You can see at the side because it's got this elastic down it. But either way, it lives on a little book stand up here. So other things that I've got up here, I have a Rita Skeeter quill, which I believe came from the Wizarding Trunk Year 5. But I really like that. It was very, very nice. Up here, hiding in the corner, which I don't think I've shown off before. These are pins. It's a set of pins. Flourish and Blots, and you've got Advanced Potion Making, all the iconic books that you got to see in the Wizarding World. I really want a replica of Rita Skeeter's The Life and Lies of Albus Dumbledore. Like, I'm dying for that book. It's pink and green and it's glorious. So yep, this is basically where all of my quills live. Up here I have like a bunch of them. I have some that are biros, and then I have actual ink quill that does work. Speaking of ink, I do also have Flourish and Blots ink, which is usable. This came from a subscription box a few years ago, maybe even a Gobstone Alley box. It's quite old. But we don't talk about them. And then over here, I've got a paper replica, which you can probably just see, which is the magazine called Spellbound, and it's the edition where it says Newt to wed, and they get confused thinking that they're getting married. Newt Scamander's getting married, and Tina's just like, how very rude. Can't believe he's marrying someone else that isn't me. Okay, so then the other thing that is up here, I'm just gonna rotate. Where am I? This is not too exciting. This is a chest, which was a PR chest from Hagrid's trunk. What is inside, I hear you ask? I don't remember, to be honest. What did I store in? Oh, I do remember. These are pre-release exclusive Pop Funkos. Now, I'm not a Pop Funko collector. I never have been, but I've kept these because they're special ones that are pre-release. So I've got Ron's Patronus in here, and I've also got, is it Hermione's? Yeah, it's Hermione's one as well, which is the Otter Pop Funko. I do have Harry's as well. It's just not in the trunk. But yes, I have the Stag one too. So that's what secrets are hidden in Hagrid's trunk. Okay, let's move down the shelf. Welcome to my night bus little shelf. I love the night bus. I love the colour of it. I love purple. And I've got two night buses. There is this one, which is actually a money box, which came from Primark. I love that even on the back it says all destinations, but nothing underwater. Of course, you wouldn't want a bus underwater. So I have that one. I also have this one, which I made with Vegard, which you can see on my channel. This is the Lego night bus, which does actually open, if I remember. Yep, there we go. So it opens and you can see everyone inside. Harry's in the top. You've got the moving beds, which slides, and the chandelier as well. Yeah, it's really cool. I like it a lot. The other things on my night bus, you will notice up here actually, I have a lot of night bus tickets and they're all gold foiled. So I made like a little bit of a display on the back. And whilst I'm here, we have this shrunken head, which is like, take it away, Ernie.
Yeah, nearly there.
He speaks if you press him.
Yeah, take it away, Ernie.
It's gonna be a bumpy ride. I love him. And the final thing on my night bus shelf is this little token. So this just says the night bus, established 1865, and then on the other side it permits one ride if stranded, stick out one arm for emergency transport. Very, very cute. I like that. That came from a subscription box. Let's move over to my Hogwarts school shelf. Now, I love this shelf because it's got Hogwarts history on it. Hogwarts history. This I'm going to start talking about first because this is probably the most special thing on this shelf. This was made by my very good friend Jack from Alarm 18. It's beautifully made. He's created it himself, including everything inside, to look as close to the actual Hogwarts history book as possible. And check this out. Oh, gold foiling galore. It's so, so pretty, and it does things to me. It does. And it's just stunning. It's got all the chapters and even the font. It's got pictures in there. Oh, it's lovely. The dungeons. There's a bookmark. It's just so... I love it so much. I love his books, and there's plenty more of these on these shelves, which we will get to. So I'm just going to keep this down for a second. Behind where this lives, there's actually some Hogwarts library cards, which are also by Jack, and you'll see on here that there's the names of the Hogwarts students. So we've got Harry Potter, Susan Bones, we've got Hermione Granger quite a few times because we all know that she should be a Ravenclaw. Draco Malfoy, and it's got some notes on there. Some of them are actually really funny, the notes. We've got Dung Bombs Rule, and my name is Gregory Goyle, and I smell, and they all look like they're in their handwritings. They've got the library stamps, the dates, and overdue. Ronald Weasley, of course he's the one that's overdue. So yeah, I've got a lot of Hogwarts library cards which Jack made, and he sent them to me with this book. Up here I've also got a pile of letters. You may remember that Dobby stole a lot of letters. Well, he hid them from Harry, and this is the pile. So there's letters that Harry should have got over the summer from Hagrid, Ron, Hermione, etc. And these are them. This, I think, what subscription box did this come from? I can't remember, so I'm not gonna guess. But yeah, I love those. I just thought it was a genius idea. Up here we've then got some of my own items, which is the chess piece, which is the Queen, which I still love. I love that they made it look aged. And then the Remembrall as well, which was from my Christmas box. I just thought they looked nice up there. Now behind here we've got this really nice portrait of Albus Dumbledore himself. I just really liked that one. I thought it made him look really, really good, in a good light. Then there's a little postcard which is a history of magic by Bathilda Bagshot. I just liked it. I think this was from a subscription box as well. And then the final thing on this shelf is a small mirror of Erised. You can hang this one up, you can stand it, but yeah, this one was from Primark. In fact, one of you guys went to Primark in London to get this for me and then posted it to me. So thank you so much. I love it a lot. Who's ready for the Luna Lovegood and Honeydukes shelf? I know I am. It's a vibrant shelf of dreams. That was weird, I'm sorry. This is my Honeydukes and Luna Lovegood shelf. So there's a lot on this shelf. It's quite busy. In the middle we've got my Harry Potter Honeydukes Scratch and Sniff adventure book. I know, it sounds thrilling. And I've got my Luna Lovegood Spectra Specs, which you can actually wear. Hi, I'm not going to, I've got glasses on, but those live on here. I love them. These are actually one of my favourite Luna items. that I own. And then I decided to put my chocolate frog, which actually came inside of this. This is the official chocolate frog replica, and it comes with a chocolate frog card. This is Albus Dumbledore, and he does move. And then on the back, there's some information about him. So this is made out of plastic, but the chocolate frog, which is up here, I'm not going to move him because it took a while to balance him, but he's actually squidgy, and you can see his little toes wobble around. It's quite funny. So yeah, we've got lots of candy. We've got fudge flies, some fizzing whizbees, we've got some lollipops, some sherbet lemons. Albus Dumbledore would be very proud. Here I've got one of the world's biggest mugs. This is my Honeydukes mug, which I got from the Warner Brothers Studio tour. Inside I have a Luna Lovegood Butterbeer cork necklace. It's actually beaded as well, so it's not just string. And then there's a random chocolate frog eraser, which lives in there as well. So yes, and then we have a Luna in her lion headdress over here. I really like these, what are they called? Rock candies? Pop candy? Some kind of figures. So I've got two of those. I have the other Luna Lovegood one over here. So I've got some other treats from Honeydukes. Now you may remember I showed you earlier Flourish and Blot's pin collection. I've also got the Honeydukes collection as well. Oh my god, isn't it beautiful? I love the Every Flavour Beans pin. I think these are so much fun. The chocolate frog pin as well. I haven't seen these for ages. This is the first time I've opened this in a long time, so I'm just like, you're so pretty. You're so beautiful. Cauldron cakes. Ugh. Magic just makes me so dang happy. Right, let me try not to ruin everything. Over here, I've got peppermint toads, which are delicious, by the way, if you've never tried them. And then 2 Bertie Bott beans and a Bertie Bott bean candle. Now we're going to move over to one of my favourite shelves because it's the most nostalgic shelf on here, and it's because it represents Harry's first year at Hogwarts. Let's move over. Okay, so Harry's first year at Hogwarts. This shelf just, it really does give me a lot of nostalgia. So I'm going to start with some of the obvious things. The Philosopher's Stone. This is the official replica from Noble Collection, and honestly it is beautiful. If you've not seen me unbox this on my channel, definitely go and find it. But yes, we have the Philosopher's Stone under here. There she is in all her glory, though it does say the Sorcerer's Stone, which is wrong. It's very wrong. There we go, don't break it. So what things on here that reminded me of Harry's first year? We've obviously got the Hogwarts acceptance letters, which are on the back there, and I've got many gold foiled London to Hogwarts Express train tickets, which are on there, which I've collected over the years. I was like, you know what, I've got so many of these, I need to display them somehow, so they ended up on the shelf. There's also a stunning piece of artwork of the Hogwarts Express, and this is a licensed artwork. I can't remember where it's from though, but it is very nice. I just love the train. I think the Hogwarts Express is so beautiful. Speaking of which, we have this tiny little figurine of the Hogwarts Express. This is a metallic version. It's just made out of plastic, but I really liked it. It's got Hogwarts Express at the front and even the iconic number, which is 5972. We've also got that on the booty of it as well. So yeah, we have the little train up there. Now, there's two things on here which just make me smile. One is Hagrid's umbrella, which is at the back. I'm not going to move that because it's quite a pain to get out, but that's Hagrid's wand, and it does open. Again, go check the video out. I recently did that. Still sad that I can't use it in the rain, to be honest. And then over here we have got the iconic birthday cake, which obviously says happy birthday Harry. This one is from Hagrid. It's even in the iconic cardboard white box which he sat on, but of course it was still edible. Hagrid tried. So yeah, I love that. It just makes me happy. On here I've also got this little lantern which represents the ones that Hagrid holds. I think you can buy the replicas to these, like the big full-size ones. I don't have that in my collection, but they do sound cool. I've also got some Philosopher's Stones. This is one that came in one of my past boxes. So that lives up there. Don't need to talk too much about that. And then we have the Hogwarts acceptance letter, which Harry got in the ooh, something cheeky hiding up there. So this is the acceptance letter. Oh, you want to know about this? Okay. So this is this is a certificate that's made out of metal, and this is a certificate of authenticity, and for the Nimbus 2000, which I do actually have down here, which I'll show you properly soon, but there is only 10,000 of these in the world made, and mine is number 237. It's by Egg Replicas and the Wizarding World, so I just put that up there for safekeeping, really, and to kind of hide. I also have a Gringotts key hiding up there, and it's got this keyring, which I believe came from an Accio box, and it says the Leaky Cauldron 1 Diagon Alley. Just really loved that. I'll probably put that on some real keys in the future. Anyway, back to the acceptance letter. Yes, this is a paper replica of the one that Harry would have received, signed by McGonagall. And I'd just like to display that because that is where the story started, after all, for all of us. And of course, the last thing on this shelf is Harry's glasses. Could they be any more? I mean, they're kind of similar to my glasses. Was that a choice? Was it on purpose? It might have been. These are really dusty. Whoa. Your girl needs to clean. Help. And we're back. So yeah, that's that shelf. The rest of the stuff on here, there's some books up here. Next is this little shelf of books. Now, these aren't all magical. I do have some on here though. There is the Dark Arts book, which is a movie scrapbook. I love these kind of scrapbooks because they have a lot of pullouts. Oh, hello. It's Daddy Serious. What a treat for us all. Yeah, there's loads of cool things, loads of facts in here. What is in here? Got a wanted poster, Newt Scamander. I love those kind of paper replica books. We've also got a pop-up book of curiosities, which I have shown before. I'm not fully going to get it out, but there we go. We've got Jacob and Newt. We've got the Whomping Willow. It's a beautiful, beautiful book. Then I've got a book which is just Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, which has a very lovely dragon on the front. A random book from a vintage shop. Then I've got Quidditch Through the Ages, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them again. This was actually one of the, it's got all the notes in from Harry. This was his copy. This was one that was for comic relief. I think it was one of the earlier editions. Then we've got a random vintage book, and then we've got The Tales of Beedle the Bard, which is so beautiful. Look at that cover. Stunning. That was launched for Lumos, which is the charity that J.K. Rowling runs. I've got a little book of spells, and then I've got just a random book, a modern day White Witch's Guide, and then I have a Goblin Dictionary. This is another book by Jack from Alarm 18. It's a very small book, but he has literally made Goblin language, and you could learn it. It's very cool. Didn't nearly drop it. So yeah, those are the books. Let's move down the shelf. Welcome to the Demiguise. This is my newly adopted beast, the Demiguise. I haven't named him yet, but I will show you him in more detail very soon because I have filmed an unboxing and there's just a clock on there. So that's all I'm going to talk about the Demiguise for now because I've got a whole video coming soon. We've now come to one of my most magical bookshelves on here. So all of these, this end, are from a vintage shop. I just use these as props because they're chunky and thick. They're good for filming close-ups, so those aren't really magical. These are all of Danny's book covers from the Accio boxes. So he is now known as the Wizardry Workshop or Wizarding Workshop, one or the other. And these are the gold foiled books, and they are absolutely beautiful. Oh, she's shiny. You're so shiny. Oh God, that makes me so happy. They're so, so stunning. So these are actually just covers for the American books. Here we have it. These are all the American covers, which is really, really cool. They're quite new to the collection. Oh, in you go. Oh, don't be a naughty book. Get on in there. So I have the full set, 7 of those book covers. I've then got some notebooks. We've got Magic, Musty, Evil, which is there. I've got a Fantastic Beasts book. I have the Tales of Beedle the Bard book, an advanced potion making secret book to keep all of my secrets in. Clearly I don't have any at the moment. It smells weird. And then some more some more vintage books, and that concludes the bookshelf of dreams. Let's go. Okay, alrighty then. Crimes of Grindelwald shelf. I love this shelf. I like the aesthetic of it. There's lots of gold foiling on there. There's lots of turquoise colours, which I personally enjoy quite a lot. So some of my favourite things on the shelf, obviously this is the blood pact between Gellert Grindelwald and Albus Dumbledore. Spoilers if you've not seen it, I'm really sorry. But yeah, so I actually wore this to the Crimes of Grindelwald premiere because I was very, very lucky that I got invited to it. So I wore that with the dress that I was wearing and just felt very snazzy, I won't lie. So I've also got a tiny one here. This one is actually from Wish, so this isn't an official one, but it's quite sweet and I liked draping it along the book. I love all the gold. I love how the light hits all the gold foiling. There's also this, which is the postcard, which says Paris, and this is obviously the letter to Queenie from Tina Goldstein, which again, this was out of a book, but I cut it out, which is very naughty, but I wanted to display it because I really liked it. It was a book that I already had a copy of. So yes. Now, one thing that I might not have shown you in great detail before is this. So this is the toy that Newt Scamander got out of his case to kind of entice the Zawu, and it's just like hey, it's a great dance. So this is made out of, it's got a wooden handle, some faux leather there, some feathers and this little face and some beady eyes, and on the back there is the bell which helps it do a little jingle. So yes, he lives up here. I just love that. As soon as I saw it, I was just like, I need it. That's from Etsy. Can't remember what the seller is called. Just type in Zawu stick, Zawu wand. What do you call those? Like a Zawu toy? I know nothing. So other things that are hiding on here. This was my invitation to the premiere, which I kept for a little memory. Oh, that squeaked. And then, sorry. And then we have the safe card for Nicholas Flamel's safe house. Well, his house. Which I love the foiling. It's so shiny. Oh, it just pleases me a lot. I've also got 2 of the wands from the Crimes of Grindelwald, which is, of course, we've got the Elder Wand, which is Gellert Grindelwald's in this, and then we have Albus Dumbledore's original OG wand, which is very swish. It doesn't surprise me that he's got a really stylish wand. But there you have it. And then I have got the art of the Crimes of Grindelwald, which is so beautiful. I definitely recommend these books. Oh, it's hiding. It's a portkey. This is, I don't do well on boats. It's the portkey that Jacob and Newt travelled in. Just hid it in the corner. So these art of books are just phenomenal. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm a big lover for art. So these kind of books, oh my God. It smells so new. It smells really nice. Yeah, so as I was saying, the artwork in these It's just so good. Here you go. Here's the Zawu. And there's his toy. He's like, ooh. Yeah. Oh. Someone needs to turn that smell into a candle. Okay, let's put you back. And move on to the Quidditch and Ronald Weasley shelf. Bit of a random mix, not gonna lie. So here we have the Ronald Weasley. How dare you steal that car? Your father's now facing an inquiry at work. Okay, I'll spare you the rest of my impressions. So, yes, this one is kind of a mishmash shelf. I thought Quidditch and Ron Weasley kind of went together. I mean, it's not fully Ron Weasley because we've got like the Mimbulus Mimbletonia plant on here, but let's just talk about what's on this shelf. So, I'm going to start over here. I'm going to divide the magical plants. You can see that I've got lots of howlers, many howler replicas, and they're very, very nice. I've got a fully opened one at the back. I've got this one, which I bought from one of my favourite magical shops called Honeydukes, which you can still buy if any of you guys choose to visit there in the future. Yeah, so howlers, I just like them. I've always liked them, and I've got a little bit of a howler shrine. Now,
Oh, what?
a howler shrine. Yes. Moving on. So there is this, which I really like. This is new to my collection. This is a little mandrake boy. I'm going to call him, begins with a good name beginning with an M. Mitchell, Martin, Matthew, no. Malcolm. Malcolm the Mandrake, and this is from Noble Collection. They normally come in their display cases, but I personally like to take these out. I think they look more fun out and about. So here's his little, don't they look weird? Imagine him like running towards you. No thanks. So yeah, he's in his little pot, and I think that was the most realistic Mandrake. So I was like, yep, that's going on the shelf. Then of course my very own Mimbulus Mimbletonia plant, which is there. And then here, this came from a Wizarding Trunk box, and I loved the idea of this. Part of me wants to kind of DIY it a little bit for myself because everything is perfect about this. It's the Rita Skeeter beetle in a bottle and the little note, which is from Hermione. But the only thing that lets it down is the plastic beetle in there. I want to try and find a good beetle replica, a fake one, of course, and then put it in there because this one's just, it's like out of a child's toy set, and I was a little bit disappointed with it, but the idea was perfection. So I've just left that on my shelf so that I can get round to upgrading it, if you like. So let's move on to the central bit. So from here onwards on the shelf, it's all Quidditch related. So we've got my golden snitch clock, which is from Pottery Barn Teen, and it does actually open. There you go. Obviously it doesn't work. I didn't buy it for the clock. I bought it because it looked awesome. I also have another little golden snitch here, which usually flaps its wings. So the battery's dead. No. We have to wait now. Thank you. Okay, so then behind there I have this paper replica. Now this is a map of the campsite for the Quidditch World Cup, and check this out. Are you ready? Boom! Surprise! This is it's just cool, isn't it? So yeah, that is all of the little campsites. Just liked it. Behind there, we've got my Chudley Cannons flag from one of my previous boxes, and some posters and some tickets. These are, oh God, I'm making a mess. Should not be trusted. I don't like touching anything on these shelves, but I'm doing it for you today. These are my very own Quidditch goggles. Don't they look cool? I really, really like these. These are really super hard to get hold of, especially in the UK. So if you want these, have a look around. I think they're a lot easier to get hold of in America, which makes sense. But in England now, these are a pain to get. But I bought these because I wanted to do Quidditch cosplay for some Instagrams, which I still haven't done. I will do it, I promise. But that's what they're there for. So let's just put those back up there. So all of the things that I just ruined and made fall down are some badges. We've got Quidditch badges, we've got Bulgaria, we've got the Holyhead Harpies, and my favourite one, this isn't Quidditch, but it went with the other badges. This is Potter Stinks, support Cedric, the real champion. And it's one of those fancy badges which moves. And yeah, so that lives up there. Now, one of my favourite things on here, which is related to Ronald Weasley, is a teaspoon. And if you can't guess what reference I'm about to make, this spoon says Ron's emotional range on it, and I thought it was genius. This is from a Lit Joy crate, magical edition, and just thought it was perfect. I could use this and put it in my kitchen, but I was like, you know what? It's my special little teaspoon. That sounded weird. Very sorry. But that's the special Ron's emotional range. Gosh, it's dusty. Ew. Don't judge me. Okay, so I think that's everything on here. Obviously, we've got the Quidditch things, so you've got your bludgers and your quaffles and golden snitches and things. These do come out. Yeah, let's move on to the golden egg shelf. Everyone should have a golden egg shelf, and I do. This is a golden egg replica from Noble Collection. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I wish that it opened and it just went and it had like a beautiful resin core with the bubbles and the kind of rainbowness. Like, it's definitely possible. I've seen them at the studio tour. Like, even if it cost a lot of money, I would totally buy one that opened. I'm just forever sad that it doesn't. I've got a little owl on the top there, which is quite nice. This used to live in my bathroom for a little bit, but then I was like, you know what, no, it needs to go on the shelf. So it's got like a little stand which goes there. It's just so lovely. So cool. Okay, moving on to the next shelf. Fairly simple one. I've got a Basilisk Fang, which I I did have plans to repaint it, just because the paint job's like not very good. I will eventually. I've also got a Bellatrix dagger, stabby stab. Yep. I need a t-shirt with stabby stab on it, but maybe not. And then we've got Tom Marvolo Riddle's diary, which is just a notebook. It's made out of faux leather and it has metal corners and it's just plain inside, but really liked it. So I've put that on a book stand so that it can have its, this is kind of like a little bit of a dark art shelf, if you like. Let's move on to probably the most bright and fun shelf that I've got. This I decided to dedicate to the twins, Fred and George, Weasley's Wizard Wheezies, and I just really like it. It makes me happy. So these are fairly new. I've had these since Christmas. Again, Noble Collection. These are book stands, so normally they would be like that and you would put your books in them. But I wanted to display them a little bit better so that I could look at them from the front every day. Now so we've got Puking Pastels Girl and Bubble Boy. I just love them. I know that it's like, well, how can you love a girl that's like vomiting pastels? Well, I can. I've also got another one of these pin sets, which I haven't mentioned where these were from. These were actually from, I believe, Geek Store. There you go. These are the Weasley and Weasley ones. We've got Quality Weasley Goods, Weasley Mega Box, so fun, Electric Shock Shakes. Really, really fun. Just love those. And I like to keep them in their little boxes because they're just so pretty. Other things that are on here, I've got Pygmy Puffs. I've got one in the box. Though I'm not sure you would sell a Pygmy Puff in a box. Doesn't seem very kind. So yeah, it says the perfect pet for any student. Warning, while you are sleeping, Pygmy Puffs may attempt to eat your earwax with their long tongues. But I've got a pink one and a purple one. Little fluffy puffs. So all of the things that are in this corner over here are dedicated to the things that you would kind of find in the Weasley joke shop. So here we have got You Know Pooh. I've never opened these, as you can see. They're going a bit kind of grungy and a bit grim, to be fair, but hey, I'll need to burp. No, it's gone. Now here, this candle, let me tell you about this candle. I got this in a LitJoy crate magical edition, and the smell of it does weird things to me. It kind of smells like oranges and just beautifulness, and I like the way it looks, but the smell is why it's on here. Oh, it smells like orange popsicle lollies in the summer. Every time I do that, I like inhale glitter, and it's worth it every time. It's really worth it. Okay, so the last thing on this shelf is this beautiful mineral. So this is something that you can buy. I cannot remember what it's called, but it is a thing that you can search for, and it was in a subscription box, and it's meant to be instant darkness powder. Peruvian darkness powder, and it's so pretty in the light. It's like turquoise and pink, and just loved it. Again, genius idea from a subscription box. Really liked that. Okay then, who's ready for some Horcruxes? Me. Here we are, the Horcrux Shelf of Dreams. So this is where I keep a lot of my Noble Collection replicas. We have got the Hufflepuff cup. Now you can't, ooh, treats. Luna Lovegood's earrings, forgot they're in there. These are some very nice little dirigible plums. I'm not going to bother. Either way, or radishes, whichever you think they are. They go in there. I was going to say you can't drink out of these. They actually put a hole in the bottom of all of their cups and goblets, which, to be honest, it disappoints me. It really disappoints me. Like, why can't I be at home drinking out of my Hufflepuff cup? Like, gin, shove it in there, drink. No, they ruined all the fun. Now, I've also got this, which is a golden egg necklace. Isn't it pretty? And it actually opens. It's very nice. I love this a lot. Very delicate, indeed. Let's put it back. Now, I'm sure it's already been commented by now. Cherry, why aren't you wearing your time turner? I've got a microphone on today, and it was like slapping it and hitting it. Wasn't worth it. I do have two time turners. I have one that I wear, which is currently on my desk. And I also have this one in here, which I don't touch anymore, because J.K. Rowling touched this. She noticed I was wearing it. This is my special time turner from the video when I met J.K. Rowling. So this is very special. It's one of the most special things that I have, and yeah, just lives there. Now, obviously, one of the main kind of shebangs on this shelf is the Ravenclaw Lost Diadem, and oh, it's stunning. Lots of people ask me, how do you keep the box lid up? In a not very technical way, I've got a hair clip that's just propping it up because professional. This is so pretty. It's just diamonds shine. My inner Niffler is like screaming at the diadem. That was aggressive, I'm sorry. Wit beyond measure is man's greatest treasure. That's what it says. So it lives in here. Now, something that you guys don't usually see is what I just have kind of sitting on the back there. And that is all of the paper replicas that came from the Goblet of Fire. We've got Harry Potter, and then we have got Cedric Diggory, and then we've got Victor Crumbs, and then my absolute favourite, Fleur Delacour. Oh, it's so delicate. The gold edges. It's perfect. I love it so much. I just leave them in there because I like them, and I didn't want to put them away into a box. Other things on here, we've got quite a lot of Slytherin lockets. I'm not a Slytherin, but here is where Slytherin is represented. We've got the official Slytherin locket here, which is actually really pretty. This is from Noble Collection. It does open, but I just keep it in its display case, which is currently very dusty. Again, don't judge me. People ask me quite a lot, Cherry, do you dust a lot? No, I don't. And then we've got the official fact, I'll take it out. We have the official Horcrux ring, and if you look inside, you can see the Deathly Hallows logo. Now, this one doesn't fit. It's not for wearing. I've tried, of course. It's a little bit too big for me, and it's not very practical, but still fun to try. So that one lives there. Now, I do actually have a more wearable Horcrux ring, and it's one that's from Wish, surprisingly. It's a lot smaller and more acceptable to wear. The only thing this one doesn't have is the Deathly Hallows inside the black gem, but it's still recognisable. Still a little bit too big for me. I could probably get away with it as a thumb ring, but hey. Then I've got some more lockets. I have one which, this one's so pretty. This one's from Litjoy Crate, and look at that. I fell in love with it as soon as I saw it. It's a nice modern take on the Slytherin locket, and it just pleased me a lot. And then we've got another Slytherin locket, which is one from Wish. Oops. And this just sits inside the crystal goblet which Dumbledore drank from in the cave. And I've also got a little letter. Here you go. Let me undo the origami. Whoop. There you go. So this just says, to the Dark Lord, blah, 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 blah. Mortal once more, R.A.B. So that just lives behind. That's the Horcrux shelf. Thank you for coming to my Horcrux TED Talk. Okay, potion time. One shelf that is present in most of my videos behind me, and probably the most busy shelf, is my potion shelf. Now, I have had a little bit of a rearrange because I had to take them all off to light the shelves and then clean them and stuff. Even though I found a lot of dust today, it looks like I haven't cleaned them. I did. So these are my potions. The kind of core bit of this shelf is, of course, my beloved advanced potion making book, which is just so shiny. This is made by Jack Alarm 18. Go check him out on Instagram. This was one of my first books that I had from Jack, and I love how distressed it is. The details are cray-cray. Here we go. This book is property of the Half-Blood Prince, and it is a full book, and it's got all the notes, and it's just beautiful. Look at all these ingredients and everything. This just brings me so much joy because I feel as though this is my advanced potion making book. This is straight from Hogwarts, straight from Snape's classroom. Snape. It's stunning. I need to spend time fully reading this because it's so cool. Really, really special. So let's talk about a few of the potions. I'm not going to go through all of them. I do have a video which focuses on that already. I think the things that I'm going to focus on is this. This is a little vial of filmmaking snow, and as you can see, it says as seen at Warner Brothers Studio Tour in London. So inside here is the snow that they use on the films. It's very delicate. I've only got a small vial. They don't sell this. This was sent to me as a PR thing many moons ago, a few Christmases ago for Hogwarts in the Snow, I believe. Just what a cute idea. Really, really cool. Other things on here. This is new to the potion shelf. Please don't be broken. Hello? What? Okay, we're good. We're good. This is a big, gillyweed by Hagrid's trunk, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the wax seal. I love the label. I love the texture of the label. I love that there's wax on top, and it's real life size. I'll show you some more of the life size potions later on. I think that's everything on here. I've got a memory vial. I've got this, which is Mad Eye Moody's Hisk Flap, yes. Hip flask is what I meant. That just sits behind there. We've got some more potions. I turned that around because I didn't like the label, but I loved the bottle. Lots of fluxweed, lots of gillyweed. We've got gillyweed here, 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 and probably somewhere else. So yeah, that is my potion shelf. Also, actually, no, Skelly Grow bottle, which is here. This is an actual drinking bottle. It's made out of plastic, but it is usable. I've never used it, but I love it because it looks legit. Moving on to some more books. These are some of my favourite books that I have in my collection. They're all of the Vault books. So we've got the Creature Vault, we've got the Character Vault, we've got the Artifact Vault, and then I've got some Fantastic Beasts books. Some of these are so lovely. This is the Archive of Magic, the Film Wizardry of Crimes of Grindelwald. Is this? Yeah, this one is actually signed by Eduardo and Mirafora from Mina Lima, who designed all of the paper replicas and stuff, which is really, really cool. In fact, both of the Fantastic Beasts books on these shelves are, and no, not the Cursed Child, both of the Fantastic Beasts screenplays, they're also signed by Eduardo and Mirafora. And I've also got A Case of Beasts, which is here. Let me move my numbers to 1,000. So one of these is also signed by them. Not that one, of course. Take 2. So it should be this one. Nope. No, it was the other one. Take 3. Oh man. Okay. I promise it is signed. There you go. To Cherry, Hogwarts will always be here or there to welcome you home, Eduardo and Mirafora. Super, super sweet. I actually went to the midnight launch of this book because I wanted it so badly. Okay, we're so over halfway. Let's move down. Are you ready to get down? So here we have got my Golden Snitch. Now this has been, what's the word? Modified, yes. So this is actually sat on top of a light. It did have a base, but we decided to take it apart. This used to be a touch lamp thing, but it was quite cheaply made, but we popped it on a light so that when I turn my shelf lights on, it turns the Golden Snitch on, and it's very cool. It's very cool. That's it. That's that one. Okay, so wands haven't really changed that much. You've seen, you know what wands they are. The ones that are new to the collection, I'm not going to touch them because they like to fall down a lot. I need to find a way of securing them. And before you ask, these shelf things, the wand stands, they are for the Billy bookcases and they only fit those bookcases. So there's that. And then we've got a Voldemort wand, which is new. We've got Fleur de la Cour's wand, which is new. Seamus's wand, and that one, is it Seamus's wand? Oh God, fake fan. This was bought for me, and it's signed by the actor himself, which is pretty cool. Oh, my wand. This is my wand, which is made by Brown and Lobban, and it's the wand that you see me with in all the beginning of my videos. It's a very special wand. So Brian, if you're watching, thank you very much. It's beautiful. Okay, so that's the wands. Yep. Oh, this shelf's exciting. Fantastic Beasts. One of my favourite shelves out of all of them. Have I said that for maybe 5 of them already? Maybe. Now, there is something new on my Fantastic Beasts shelf, which, again, I'm going to talk about in a lot more detail in another video. Okay, I'm just going to show you. Look! I got an alchemy in a teapot. I have an alchemy in a teapot, and he's so beautiful. Like, oh my goodness. My little baby alchemy. This is made by Spelunker Art. But again, I'll have a whole video on these soon. But yeah, it's my little alchemy. I love alchemy so much. Okay, so big things on this shelf. We've got my Niffler boy, which came all the way from Russia. Oh, he's so pretty. We've got a lot more beasts. We've also got some Cornish pixies. I've got one under this little bell jar. And then I've got one over here. I've got Bowtruckle here, and then I've got another alchemy. And do you want to see the cutest Niffler of all time? The world's smallest Niffler. And you know what's funny? I'm the owner of the world's smallest Niffler. and also probably one of the biggest Lego nifflers in the world, which I've loaned to Honeydukes shop. Genuinely, it's huge. Made out of 11,000 Lego bricks. A lot of you have already visited it, which is really cool. So yeah, other things on here, we've got lots of kind of shiny things for the niffler. A signed Fantastic Beasts book. I'm not going to get it out just because everything's surrounding it. And then another one of those art books, which is stunning. We've got a beer mat at the back, which is for giggle water. And this is when Jacob at Fantastic Beasts takes a shot in the bar with Queenie in The Blind Pig, if I remember correctly. And he's just like, ah, ha, ha, ha. Bad impression, but it's one of my favourite scenes. So yeah, that's my Fantastic Beasts shelf. I have a lovely paper replica here, which is from the first Beasts, and it's got gold foiling, again made by my wonderful friend Rodney. Look how beautiful that is. This is the advertisement for Puffskins, Appaloosa Puffskins. Application by, oh, I just wish, oh look, a Daily Prophet crossword. This is so special. I love that. Yeah, one of my favourite shelves. I just love Beasts. Love the little beasties. Are you ready to see more ones? Well, I'm about to show you. So, more ones, more Fantastic Beasts ones. These have not changed. You've got all the good ones. We've got Nicholas Flamel. I got that one in New York. This one is a Gellert Grindelwald wand. And then we've got all your favourites like Newt, Queenie, Seraphora Pickery, Theseus. Just really like those. I like the kind of balance that I've managed to get between having ones on this side and then on that side. Very nice. Now, I'm about to show you something that I have not shown any of you guys. It's a one of a kind. It's a prototype, and it was an idea that I had and wanted to get made, which ended up not happening, but maybe one day. So this is one of a kind, and it's Yule Ball themed. I'm just going to show you. Come on down. Look at the glory. Also, this is broken. It's very fragile. There's some bits missing. So we have kind of modified this so that it sits on a light. This is a full clear resin ice sculpture from the Goblet of Fire, and it's stunning. We've got my little bottle, which came from one of my previous boxes, the Your Ball invitation, which is the same, some paper replicas. We've got Professor Slughorn's Christmas party invitation and the wedding invitation for Fleur and William Weasley. But yeah, this is super special. So this is actually very fragile. You can see that some of the turrets have broken off. I do still have them, and I'm going to re-glue them. But this was super complicated to get made. I'm just very fortunate that the factory still allowed me to have it, which is pretty cool. So that's a super special thing, which I'm sure you're going to go nuts and tell me to make. Maybe one day I will, I'm not sure. But for now, it's one of a kind. It's the only one in the world. So let's get even lower. We're going to have to get lower. Are your knees ready? I'm not sure mine are. No, me neither. Okay. Ooh. Now, this is from one of my DIYs, which, guys, you went nuts on that DIY. Like, the views were insane. Thank you. This was from my Hogwarts house point counter thingamadoodle DIY. We've got Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Slytherin, Ravenclaw. You know what? I'm just going to get some more yellow beads, because every time I show this, people are like, oh my god, you hate Hufflepuff. I'm a secret Hufflepuff inside. I'm Gryffindor on the outside, but Hufflepuff in here. I don't hate Hufflepuffs. They're one of my favourite houses. So yeah, that's where those live. If you want to go check that video out, go have a look. The next shelf, bit of a weird mix, kind of like the pink and purple shelf, the Ministry of Magic shelf, along with the Umbridge shelf. Nobody should have an Umbridge shelf, but I do. So, okay, so as you can see, everything is kind of purpley and pink. This I love. You can buy these kind of sets where you can make your own origami Ministry of Magic interdepartmental memos and kind of like throw them, which is pretty cool. This is my pride and joy, my Umbridge tea set. I've also got some coins on here which admit you into the Ministry of Magic. This one here is actually new. This tea set I got from the London Warner Brothers Studio Tour. Haven't seen it since. I haven't seen many people with this. I've also got a lot of kitten plates because Umbridge, some ministry documentation things. So we've got a ministry letter, we've got a visitor pass if you want to visit the Ministry of Magic. Got an identity card here, which is pretty cool. I love all the stamps. Just love purple. Very, very cool. So, and then some Pygmy boys. My little soft Pygmy Puffs. So that's where they live. I decided to sit on a stool. I'm not good. Not good on my knees. That's a lie. Okay, so my book shrine. I'm sat on a chair, by the way, because didn't want to bend. So we've got my original books here, and this one is, you know what? My brother's going to be like, that's mine. And it's like, no, it's on my Harry Potter shelves. I'm sorry, brother. It's mine. This is like so old, like the pages are like getting yellow. But this is the back of my first ever Harry Potter book. And I'm just so happy that I picked it up one day. And then this happened. It's really weird if you think about it. So yeah, my kind of smells old now as well, because I'm a relic. Now, because I didn't want to read these because they're my original ones, I did buy another version, and the covers are quite cool. I really like the artwork on these ones. I like the kind of modern touch. I like that there's gold foiling on there as well. But to be fair, I tend to just listen to the audiobooks now. I've also got a book which is the anniversary edition of the Chamber of Secrets. I did have the Philosopher's Stone, but I gave it to a Death Eater that we don't talk about. My ex stole my book. He ruined it. Yep, he stole my magical chess set and my Lego Harry Potter. Didn't send them back. Anyway, moving on. So this here is huge. This is one of Jack's books. Look at that chunky boy. Again, foiling. I don't know if you can see that in the sun. Oh, it's pretty. It's very pretty. There we go. Oh, she's shiny. This is the essential defense against the dark arts. And he wrote the entire book because he's mad. He did the whole book. And I tip my hat off to him. I wonder what it looks like under here. Ooh, I've never taken that off before. It's pretty. So yep, that's probably like my biggest replica book. Then I've got the Tales of Beelzebub the Bard, and then a German or Netherlands copy of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which was sent to me by one of you guys, just because the cover's beautiful. And that's the book section. Let's move on to divination. We are at my kind of random but divination shelf. We've got Hermione's bag, which is very beautiful, very detailed. The beading down here is stunning. The embroidery, and it does open, and it's made out of velvet and all sorts of nice materials. Very, very nice indeed. So that lives down here. I've got a random crystal ball. I have a cauldron, which is made out of metal and very heavy. I have the prophecy orb. Now this is stunning. It says neither can live whilst the other survives. And this is from a Litjoy crate, and it's one of my favourite things on my shelf. Just really cool. Other things on here, nothing much of too much interest. We've got a divination mug, which is from Primark. It just says, "My dear, you'll have the grim." Yeah, just like that. I've got a little wooden box, nothing's inside there, and then a magnifying glass. And then the Truth in Tea Leaves, which again, someone, one of you guys sent this to me and designed it. I think she is called Holly Dunn. Yes, you are. There you are. And you sent this to me with some postcards, and it's very nice. There's a little letter. And I thought that would be perfect for my divination shelf. So it lives down there. Next up, I'm not going to talk about these, really. These are kind of like my books. These are just my books. They're not magical books. They're my Law of Attraction books, my Crystal Bible, my dream books, lucid dreaming, book about a moon. That's it, really. Those are my personal books, not magical. We're on the last row. I don't think I can get down here, so I'm just gonna have to talk whilst we film it, I think. Okay, so in the corner, it's another kind of mysterious chest. People have asked me what I do with my pin backings for my pin collection. They live in here, so I've got all the cards and the physical rubber clutches in here. It's a bit of a mess, to be fair. And then I've got some repeated badges. So I've got a Cursed Child pin in there. I've got some patches in here as well, because I never know what to do with them. But yeah, it's just a lot of mess. Oh, and some chocolate frog cards. Got a Slytherin one. How very unfortunate. I'm kidding, I've got to stop saying that. I have a lot of Slytherins that watch me. Okay, then next, these are all books that aren't magical, so I'm not going to talk about those. These though, these are stunning. They're very heavy. I'm not going to pick them up, but we've got The Art of Harry Potter, Page to Screen, 2 of the illustrated editions, A History of Magic, and then this, which is Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, The Journey. I got this for Christmas. And it's just everything about the play. I'm not going to show you too much because spoilers, keep the secrets, am I right? Now, the bottom shelves, I'll be real, they're a little bit of a mishmash. It's where things go where I don't have a real home for them yet, but I still want to keep them. So over here we have got some life-sized potions, and one of my favorite ones is Floo powder at the front. I just think that's so beautiful. Those are by Hagrid's trunk, so definitely go check them out. There is some nice things on here. Ooh, we have got this. Ooh. Mystery. We've got my chocolate frog dish, which is from the studio tour, and here lies a free elf. A sad thing inside a chocolate frog thing. So that's beautiful. I don't think they sell those anymore. Maybe they do. I'm not sure. We've got this, which, oh my god, this is so old. This is from a loot crate. That's how long I've had this. And this is of Dumbledore's sister. We've got a little lamp, which is to represent Hagrid. That came in a PR thing. And then we have got a quaffle. This one I bought so that I could take some Quidditch Instagrams. It is spongy, but it looks legit. So that lives down there. Oh, we're so close to the end. Down here we have got 2 of my deluxe Harry Potter illustrated editions. Again, not going to get them out because they're super heavy, but these are quite expensive. They're like maybe £135 each. Painful, I know, but they are stunning. They've got like gold pages and stuff, really cool. I've got a wand collector, a wand collection, wow, words. A wand collection collector's edition. Then I've got loads of vintage books, and then behind those I've got some magazines which aren't that excited. I've shown you before. But then this, and I'll end on, this is quite nice actually, I'm ending on the first piece of Harry Potter merch that I ever bought. So it's gone full circle. These are beautiful enamel pins, which they're quite fluffy. They've been taken out quite a lot in the past. They're in a wooden case with a plastic kind of glass thing. I bought these from Forbidden Planet a long time ago, but yeah, it's one of the first things I ever spent like money on Harry Potter merch. Just pins. I liked them. I liked that they were a set and that I could imagine wearing them in Hogwarts. So yeah, I think I'm going to end there because there's just some storage boxes on the end, and I'm quite pleased to end on the first item that I purchased. But that is everything that is on my magical Harry Potter shelves, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a magical thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. What was your favourite shelf? How are you doing with your own Harry Potter collections? Do you have one? Are you going to start one? I would love to hear from you guys. Obviously, I've got more Harry Potter things. Oh, wait! There's something I haven't shown you! Okay. I'm gonna go get it. Wait there. I have 2 more things that aren't on the shelves, but they're in my glass cabinet. This is my Star Race cabinet. I don't really show this very often, but this is where those live. But I got a mandrake, which is in there, but that's not what I want to show you. I have this. This is a plushy hippogriff, which was made by my friend Mr. Malkins, and it's so beautiful. They have a replica of this at the studio tour sometimes, so keep your eyes peeled. Sometimes it's in the section by the swinging pendulum. There is kind of like walls around loads of stuff. Is that kind of a bad explanation? Probably. But this is in there sometimes. And he made one for me. It took 3 days to make. And it's just beautiful. It's very special. And I'm just blessed to have so many magical friends that fill my life with magic. So thank you very much. Okay, time for the actual ending this time. I hope you have enjoyed this video and taking a deeper look at everything on my Harry Potter shelves. I can't wait to speak to you guys in the comments down below. Let me know if there's any videos that you would like to see on this channel soon, and I hope you're all keeping good and life is treating you well, and I will speak to you soon. Bye guys! Magique! I told you to go. You can't stay. I know it's beautiful and magical, but you've got to go home now. Are you still here?